Welcome back to the Game Cage. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of things. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start by telling Johnny. Johnny's gonna tell us about his experience with Xenoblade, and Johnny also this week he actually ate ass for the first time. Johnny, take it away.
Yo, Johnny, let's fucking go.
That's pretty good. I actually really liked it. Xenoblade, not that much. It was ass, just like the ass I ate. Pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah.
I like it. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Cage podcast. Today, and only today, we've got the whole squad popping over here. We got Mr. Pio 1.
It's good.
We got Mr. Johnny Loxon.
Hello.
We got Mr. Storm Yorha.
What do you want?
Apologies for his shitty mic because his computer broke again. We have fucking Mr. Phantom Artifice. Hey, Phantom Artifice.
Hello, I like Xenoblade.
Yeah, there you go. We gave his intro. Johnny is here too.
You said me twice.
Oh, did I? What? Yeah, you get two intros. Why not? Jeff, get closer to your phone. Get closer
I'm
to
using a
your...
headphone, dumbass.
Oh, you're whatever. It doesn't matter.
Maybe you should up my volume.
I did. Yeah, I did. My bad. Anyways, like I said, so today, well, this week, because there was a lot of stuff going on in the world, bigger issues, there was basically no news. So I thought this week what we're going to do is, first we're going to talk about what we've been playing, and then we're actually going to basically go through the biggest releases of the year so far. Like, now that it's been a while, like, talk about our updated thoughts on them and what we think is the game of the year so far. And it's going to be a fun topic week. All right, so let's start first of all with what we've been playing, because I think other than one game me and Johnny started, we're all playing Xenoblade still, right?
Yeah.
So who wants to kick us? You know what, Jeff? You beat the game like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So why don't you kick us off here?
You want me to kick you?
I want you to kick me like a Nopon,
Okay.
What do you think Nopons taste like?
What exactly do you want to know? That's a vague question.
Okay, listen.
Your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, this is your first time beating it. What are your overall thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition?
The thing is, I gave my thought last week, so I don't want to repeat myself.
But that was like
because
10 chapters and not like the crazy second half.
Could they used to get a chapter that was like insane, like Sephiroth and Cloud good?
So to sum it up, I still think what I think about the beginning of the game. It's like slow and like the combat is not that good, and the story didn't kick it off yet, and everything. And after that, I'd say past chapter 13, this is where the game begins. To be honest,
right?
Like the story like climbs and it never stops. It keeps climbing and climbing. Every chapter gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And when you expect it to slow it down, it actually fucking twists the entire plot and climb again. That shit was actually insane, dude.
That's because I'm at that point that you're talking about. Like I'm still in that point where I feel like okay, I'm enjoying myself. It's fun, but I'm not like crazy about it. But I do know that.
Didn't you already beat the game?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I thought that replaying it, I would like be like in love with it from second one. But it's like I'm almost feeling like okay, I just want to get to that second half because I know that's when stuff gets like crazy. So I'm kind of with you on that boat.
Yeah, and then the story was actually in both. Like there's so many things to take from that story. Like, it treats so many themes like revenge, fucking philosophy. Every fucking thing you can believe in, that game treats it, and it does it perfectly. That's the crazy part. Like when a game touched that many subjects, you expect it to like fuck up at some point, Mm-hmm. Like it's like jack of many trades and master of none type of shit. But it does you actually master everything it treats.
That's crazy.
Like it's actually extremely well written. I had to fucking save the ending on the save feature to watch the game so I can get it.
Okay.
And once I got what they were going for, I was actually blown away. That took me like, and bro, that fucking credit scene, I won't spoil, but when you see that character in first person walking around.
Yeah.
That shit almost brought me to tears. Like, bro, that was so beautiful.
Damn.
In fact, I was so hyped that I just started the what's the name of that thing?
Future Connected?
Did you connect
Yeah, I
it?
just started right away. No break.
I
Just
like it. I like
right
it.
away.
Okay. That's
Damn,
good.
you're
That's
going all
good.
the way.
And overall, I'd say it's better than Xenoblade 2.
Oh, you're gonna
But-
be bold. Oh,
but-
but.
But I'm just wondering, well, like, where the story structure, like the story is way better, like I just said. But the story structure is the same to me. Like, it's not that different. It's still anime as fuck. Like, I don't understand where the critics come from. Like, people were saying that
Yeah.
Xenoblade 2 like is too anime tropey. They're not talking about the art style. Like, we don't like shit. The art style, we know that shit. I'm talking about the actual like story. They say it's too anime tropey. It's like for me, it's like the same caliber. I don't see that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, cutscenes
Yeah,
are very like over
'cause,
the
like,
top.
It's not vaguely different. It treats the same shit. Basically.
Xenoblade 1's more like revengey, like you said, but like
Yeah.
Xenoblade 2's more adventure, but they're both anime-ish. Like it's not
Like
much
they have the
different.
same tropes. They have the same story structure. They
Yeah.
have the same kind of humor. Like,
Yeah. No, they were
That's a big
complaining.
deal.
They were mainly complaining because they changed the original Wii art style.
no. I just said I'm not talking about that shit. Like for
story.
Xenoblade
Oh, yeah.
2, they obviously they were complaining about the art style. But I saw people complain about the actual story in that game.
People just want to complain, you know.
Yeah, no, they both feel pretty anime as shit. I mean, there's giant fucking
Yeah.
mechs flying. There's like epic battles and stuff. It's pretty much the same style.
Yep.
People are just weird. All right, okay. So glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, we'll be back probably next week or so to do like a spoiler cast. We'll bring on Blunzy and stuff. Pi, what about you? What are your thoughts so far? Are you still enjoying yourself?
Yes, of course. The games keep by each chapter you beat. For people who don't know, there are 17 chapters in the main game, which is basically you just look at the save file if you want to know what chapter
Right.
you're on. But like it started off kind of good, good until like 1/3 into the game. That was like great, and then like the last third now is like amazing. Like it's like it takes one level, next level, and then another level.
Okay.
Because like I knew kind of where they were going with the story, but then like there was like so many twists that you didn't expect. Like it was that big. Like you expect something, right? Okay, it's gonna be this big, that big, but then without spoiling, basically it turns into like something really, really good. Like all the layers and pieces are really good. Like I would say definitely this is like solid quality. Type of
All right.
storytelling,
Okay.
you know?
No, you're
Shut
done.
up.
Okay.
Shut
No.
up.
No.
Shut up.
Stop. Not on this
Wait,
podcast.
that's the
Yeah,
worst
fucking
statement I
Sonic
think you've
Ball.
made all year.
Not on podcast.
Yeah. So that's a solid
No.
quality game, I would say.
No. Stop.
Well, okay, Paolo, can you explain what a Sony quality is?
Yeah, what is that? What does that mean?
What are the
Like-
criteria?
Like Game of the Year quality.
Oh, so like
you mean-
what's
Okay,
it called?
so you mean boomer
Uh,
games? Okay.
So like the Predator game, that was really, really
Yes,
good, right?
sir. That's a Sony game, Pi. How do you feel? Predator Hunting Grounds.
What's that?
Nah.
It's a Sony game.
Exactly. They always
Wow.
forget.
I don't know.
Fake Sony fan.
I'm sorry, yeah, fake Sony fan doesn't know the game.
I don't like all Sonic games. What the fuck?
No, you're a liar. Anyways,
Oh, now you're a fake Sony
capping.
fan.
You're a liar. and
Fake
you shit.
Sony fan.
Fuck you, Pi. All right. Now, Noah, same thing for you. Just browsing along through.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have been playing too much of this game.
How do you feel about it now? Because you were like one of the most excited for it.
It definitely lived up to my hype. I already knew what to expect going in because I played it before. I still think Xenoblade 2 is better.
Right.
But it's very, very nice to finally have like a playable version
Yeah, exactly.
of this game, you know.
I feel like it would actually be painful to go back to the original now.
No,
Do
dude,
it
even like even with I feel like if you played it with the HD texture pack, it'd still be bad because like, dude, like
Just
you can't beat
navigating.
like the hair physics in this game and stuff, and like I don't know, it just
Yeah.
this game is the best way to play it.
It's lit. Johnny, same for you. You're enjoying yourself?
Yeah, like because like I recently looked at footage from the 3DS version because that's why I played the Xenoblade one,
Jesus.
the first one, and I was like, it's night and day. I was like, how the fuck can I play it on this system?
No, that sounds horrifying to play it on a 3DS. Jesus Christ,
Exactly.
it's horrible.
But I'm actually loving the game. I actually did all the side quests. I just rebuild Colony 6.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
I can start doing those again.
Well, you know what? Xenoblade's cool now, but you know what game came out this week that destroyed
Yes.
Xenoblade? Let's go, Clubhouse 51 Worldwide Classic Games. Let's fucking go. So for those of you that don't know, yeah, look at Nintendo, bro. Back-to-back week game releases. They released Clubhouse 51 games this Friday.
Oh my, stop.
I'm serious, it is. It's a Nintendo
Stop.
game. Fuck. I have to talk about it.
Stop.
I have to talk about it. I have to talk
Yes.
I
about
was
it.
like, oh my god, banger after banger, bro. It's a fucking
No, I said week after
No,
week. I didn't
it's-
say banger after banger.
But okay, to be fair, Clubhouse 51 is actually amazing.
It is a banger.
I actually
bro.
love it.
Let me tell y'all about Clubhouse 51 games, alright? For those of you that don't know, it's literally just think of any dumb little fun board game you enjoy to play with.
Oh yeah,
like,
dumb.
yeah, exactly. Like, you got Connect 4 in there, you got chess, you got checkers, you got toy foosball, you got toy soccer, you got golf, you've got what's it called, pool, you've got like literally every card game like blackjack, poker, you got Uno in there, you got sevens, you got like there's basically 51 games, not a million. There's tanks, there's a bunch of stuff.
No,
and,
there's 50 games.
oh, yeah,
Wait,
there's 50. Yeah, we don't talk about the 50
there's
first.
51 games?
No, there's 50. There's 50. All right, we don't
50.
count one of them. One of them is a
Why?
horrible. It's a horrible.
It's like unplayable.
There's this baseball game in it. It's horrible. So we say it's 50 games. All right. There's bowling in there. So it's basically like no, like me and just I really do think it's a very fun game.
It's not worth 40.
You don't think it's? I think it's worth 40 because it's a really. I
think
guess
it's worth 40.
40 to 30. I'd say.
I would buy it for 30.
Here's what I'll say. It is perfect if you are a certain person. So like if you're a streamer, it's an amazing game because it really is perfect. Like I was on stream playing with Johnny, like just to pull up matches with your friends and just having a good time there. Like we were playing on call. Like it's just so funny to be on stream playing Connect 4 or chess or checkers and shit like that. So it's a very fun stream game. My one big issue with it is I wish you could make a room code so that like you could play with like people watching your streams, because I feel like that would be like way more enjoyable. But for what I play with it, I think it's really fun. Yeah, and it's like I would not buy this game if you want to play alone. Like absolutely do not. Like it would be
Oh, hell no.
no fun at all. There's no fun in playing with CPUs. There's no like 3-star challenges or anything. It really is like if you have family over and you want to play together, if you want to play online with a friend that you know you're gonna consistently play with, it's just a fun rotation game. So I'm glad it's better than 1-2 Switch or whatever. So that's what I'd say about Clubhouse 51 games. So yeah, I played that. Like I said, I played Xenoblade. I'm on chapter 9 again, having a great time. I just want to get to that second half because I know that's when the crazy stuff happens.
Just get to 11. 11 it starts like
Exactly. Yeah.
going crazy.
No, even right now when they're going to Prison Island, it feels more intense. Everything before that just felt like okay. I feel like I'm playing side quests and the story's like all right, it's cool, but yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, it's good that a game goes from good to amazing instead of from amazing to good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, Pio, how do you feel about like the side quests, right? Because like okay.
Yeah, because I'm doing them all. Yeah.
Because I get I know that people's argument is always you don't have to do the side quests or whatever, right? But it's like I just feel like whatever, even like 400, no matter what, is like a lot for things where you're not even looking at the stories for 95% of them.
Yeah. Okay. So in the beginning, I would say maybe the first 20 hours, I was actually reading like what they wanted and stuff. And I would say there's actually one side quest that I actually remember. It was making a mixer. That's the only side quest I remember like what the purpose was. But right now, I'm at the point where I don't even count, but way over 200, like way over 200 side quests done. At the point when I see a question or just like,
you just
side quest,
Quick.
I just smash.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
Like I would have just rather less, but they give more rewards than like all of these where bro, people literally in this game ask you to get them like a rock. Like
yeah.
Exactly.
find my child, find this rock.
I would say it's not a plus or a minus. I would just say it's better in this case. I would say if they had like, let's say they had 100 side quests, where they're longer, but they also give more XP. So they have like this is one of those situations where I feel like there's actually too much something.
Yeah.
But it's not negative. It's just saying it would feel like it would be better if it was like maybe 100 or 150. and you actually read what's like there's purpose on it, like
Exactly.
what's happening and stuff. So,
But even if there
was
wasn't purpose, like, because there's so many without purpose that they could have just cut it and just gave you more, like.
Well, yeah, but like when you finish this game, you're gonna say, okay, give me 5 side quests you did. You maybe 1 or 2. That's it.
Exactly.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But let's give an example, comparison. Let's say Final Fantasy Remake.
Right.
You remember at least some side quests.
Yeah, I do.
Because yeah. So in this game, you're just gonna remember like doing. But I would say this though, even though they're not pointless, but they're not like memorable.
They're still fun.
I still like them. I still like them more than Xenoblade 2 because Xenoblade 2 side quests were like I didn't even bother with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I just no. I was like,
I felt with Xenoblade 2, like just the system was just like it didn't work with it. I feel like if it had like the same quest like tracker as one, it'd be way more enjoyable. But like since Xenoblade 2 had like a 3D map, that shit was annoying.
Yeah, because in two, like the side quests, a lot of them actually have like really cool stories. So it's just such a shame that like they're locked behind like that really poorly made system.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I mean, we're gonna keep going along through it, and it's gonna be good. Then in 2 weeks, it's Last of Us, so we'll have that soon. But for now, guys, all right. So I thought, we're halfway through the year. Right, like I said, no news this week. I think it's time I have a list of most of the big games that have come out this year, and I want us to kind of like now that we've been a few months removed from some of the ones we love, let's see what our updated thoughts on it. Then we could say what we think is our game of the year or what we think will be and stuff like that. All right, so let's go from the beginning. All right, so I think the first major one in January, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
5 months removed now, right? How do you now feel about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
I think it's a great Dragon Ball game, an okay RPG, and a fun game overall. Like it doesn't do anything amazingly well, expect the cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
Except the cutscene, I can't fucking talk. Like right now, when I think about Kakarot, like, I don't like if someone like pointed a gun to my head and said, replay that game, I would say, you can take off that gun because I would gladly do it.
Yeah.
Like, I even buy that game on Steam. I plan on replaying. Like, it's not, when you play that game, you're not like, oh my God, I'm having the time of my life. But you're like, I don't mind replaying again and again and again. Like, it's not, there's no like annoying part. Like, it's just Dragon Ball. It's dumb fun. You can do Dragon Ball as shit, and if you're a fan, like it's an amazing game.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's like for me, even looking at it, it's like
and even non-Dragon Ball fan, I think Jeremy played it.
Oh, he was
doesn't like Dragon Ball. Yeah, I mean, you can get Dragon Ball by playing it, but like at least you can understand the universe.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you. It's like for the first major console open world JRPG Dragon Ball game, I was like really happy with it. Obviously, yeah.
And is it the first?
Yeah, it's the first.
Goku's Legacy?
No, I'm saying console.
But Xenoblade,
no. Legacy of Goku was Game Boy.
Like with that's a handheld console.
I mean, Dragon Ball Saga is kind of open.
You know what I mean? Like a legit like one like that was little maps you would go through. It's like mostly one big world or two. But no, it's like I was like just so happy about this game. It's like what are the moments you think about in a Dragon Ball game? The set pieces, like the moments with the Gohan and Cell Kamehameha, or the Kid Buu fight, or the Super Buu, or Saiyan. It's like even months removed, I still think I had a great time with it. Like I said, I think because I had played so much Xenoverse, that combat system was just like very familiar to me, so it didn't feel special there. But it was still just so cool to like finally walk around and explore that world, have that music, a lot of nailed cutscenes. There's some things, like I said, like very minor things I wish they had kept in that they didn't. Like again, the Super Saiyan 3 scene should have been way longer than 5 seconds.
I mean, that's an anime thing.
Exactly,
like,
I know.
Following the manga.
I know. Or like even what's it called? Gotenks, when he's transforming, he doesn't do his failures first. It's just little stuff like that. But I really like to me, this is a game where the side quests actually, a lot of them meant a lot to me, because it's like, again, you barely see any of like Yajirobe in Dragon Ball Z, so it's cool to have like.
I mean, the side quests in that game actually added shit to the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you read that shit not because you feel like you have to, because you want to. Like it's
I agree.
Like that was
the
really
side quest with Yamcha and like
the girl.
The cat. What the fuck is that name?
Plums. What the fuck?
I think it's Plums. That fucking annoying cat.
Yeah, the little
with
floating
fucking-
annoying cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that
there's
one.
like
Yeah.
With Yamcha and him, that cycle was actually touching.
Exactly. Yeah, because they guys are like best friends. Like he's hurt that he's
Yeah.
gone. It's like it's so
Like,
nice.
he did a better job with Yamcha than animator did.
Exactly. Yeah. Or I love my favorite. I think my favorite one still is when you go to the cat. Like
Yeah, because when Krillin is horny.
no, Krillin Horny is amazing too. I love that one. But the one where Meryl, Krillin's kid, wants a toy to play with, and Goku.
Oh.
Yeah, Goku goes to the.
Oh, and he finds Corin.
Yeah, he finds Corin and he gives Corin to Meryl. And it's like,
See, we remember this side quest.
Exactly.
That's telling a lot.
Exactly.
The fact that we can remember this side quest, it's actually amazing.
exactly.
Like, how many JRPG can you like say? Oh, I remember this side quest and this side quest and this side
Exactly,
quest. Like this
barely none.
is good shit.
Exactly. Well, especially because they're tied to characters that we know instead of
Yeah,
like random.
yeah.
Because in the game, yeah, there was a side quest from random NPCs. Those I don't remember, but a lot of them are tied to characters we know and love. So really cool stuff. Paya, what about you? A few months later, how you feel?
Well, I felt like when I played it because like I got really hyped when I played it.
Yeah, you were very.
But like I still think it's a great game. If I ever like replay it, I would probably enjoy it as much because like again, you get to those cutscenes and you get really excited and you just want to keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say one thing that still bothers me a lot is when you play as one character, only they level up. Like the whole party doesn't level up.
right.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I agree.
I hate that a lot. Which is I don't know if I'm gonna play the DLCs to be honest. Maybe it's
Also,
like,
no,
I'm not sure.
speaking of DLC, I hate how they've handled it. It's like, there was a season pass. I'd feel like shit if I had bought that season pass.
Fuck
Exactly.
Because all we got so far is a Beerus boss fight. And
Yeah.
it was like 3
So I'm
months
not-
later, yeah.
I don't think we're gonna play that. I mean, if it's like if they make a free update, or maybe try something. But I really, really wish that you level up with. That's like the biggest thing
Yeah, I
that
agree.
I think like they could if they ever make it like Kakarot with the super thing. That I think they should fix.
Yeah.
Like when you have a JRPG, right?
Mm.
It doesn't matter who you play as. Everyone should be at the same level all the time. That's like whenever someone goes
it's
up
like
a
a
level,
modern-
everyone
In
should
the party?
level up. Huh?
You in the party?
Yeah. Exactly. Your party should always be the same
Yeah,
level.
I agree.
Like you can change the character, but everyone levels up. But overall, yeah, it's a great game. Even like you said,
Yeah.
amazing game for Dragon Ball fans and a good game for like a casual
Yeah,
fan.
yeah. Johnny, you weren't on this podcast when we originally reviewed this game, so I don't really know too much of your thoughts. How did you feel about this game?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay, good.
Like, I was gonna do, I was gonna do that playthrough. It doesn't have like New Game Plus, right?
No,
Like,
sadly, I wanted one.
Yeah, that's the thing that fucking stopped me.
Mm.
But the one cutscene I loved was a Vegeta versus a Super Buu.
Oh yeah, they
That,
did
like-
that better than the anime. That scene was insane.
Exactly.
It was fucking amazing.
With the DLC, like the fucking like the Beerus fight, stupid. Like
Yeah,
it was actually like so stupid.
Well, because it's a DLC that came out 3 months later, and it's like a level 200 boss fight. It's like, bro, I haven't played this game in 3 months. You expect me to have my reflexes to fight this insanely powerful boss right now?
Exactly.
You should play that boss after you finish the game, basically,
Exactly.
not the months after.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But I feel like if they're gonna make any other Dragon Ball game or any other anime game, they should follow this concept,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a RPG fighter type. Like I would love like if they make a Naruto game out of this, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Like open world, like I'll play that. One Piece, I would like One Piece, but I'll even play that if it was like this.
Right.
But freaking World Secret was ass, so
Well, you know what
Yeah.
else came out in January, Johnny? Kingdom Hearts
Oh
3
my-
Remind
yeah.
DLC.
Oh, it was this year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was January.
Which I actually also played. I played all.
Oh
Kingdom
yeah,
Hearts,
see, you
including that.
played it.
Yeah, I played it.
okay. So
Uh,
Remind, phenomenal. Like every single part of it was amazing.
wait, I thought you
Love
hated
it.
Remind, no?
No,
No, that was fire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I loved it. But the thing is, with those organization bosses, like data fights, I despise them.
Yeah, no.
Fuck those things.
Alright, cool.
But overall, the thing was amazing.
Alright, next. Then we move on to February, where our first big release is Dreams. Man, Dreams.
Wait, you forgot What was that game?
Oh, the Switch
Garage
game.
Sessions. I mean, that's kind of just a re-release, so it's like, all right, it exists.
TMS. It's Fidel's favorite game of the year.
Fuck TMS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No. All right, moving on. Say Dreams. So, Dreams. Man, I feel so bad for like this game and the studio. Like, it's like, how do you go from Little Big Planet, one of your most beloved new IPs, to Dreams, which, like, was barely marketed. No one talked about past the first week of launch. You spent this game again, guys. This was announced at the PS4 reveal event. What year was that? 2013?
Yes.
So that means it was probably in development since like 2012 even. So maybe 8 years of their life spent on this game. And like, yeah, if you go on their website, see how many players are online, it's like 1,000 to 2,000 sometimes. It's like, it's depressing.
I mean, they could bring it back like they what was that game called? No Man's Sky. That was announced on the PS4 reveal event.
See, let me tell you the difference though between No Man's Sky and this, right? When I think games can only come back when they get consistent updates, right? Like when there's clearly like a constant stuff coming to it. When like this is a builder game, it's not this like No Man's Sky. Okay, No Man's Sky you can give expansions for actual content, right? For Dreams, what do you do other than like give more tools for the people playing?
I mean, they can give more tools to make it easier to build stuff.
440,000 people have played the game in total.
Paya, what do you think? What about you? You're Mr. PlayStation, Paya. What do you think about the whole Dream situation?
I mean, it's not a game for me. But I mean, if you like crazy stuff,
I don't remember you saying that.
Sony fans.
Yeah, it's a great. I think it's a game that everyone should try. It's a free trial. There is a free trial, by the way.
Right.
It's so you can try the game. But I just don't play it.
Okay.
I mean, Fidel he got the game too. So I mean, I think he should stream that game.
I did. So
if you shit, my phone dropped.
Biggest nightmare.
If you tweet Fidel donations or something, make sure that he streams Dreams. I think he loves that.
Stop it.
No, because here's why. You playing Dreams is actually that's like I could watch that stream. You play that Mario level.
That was my god. There's the Mario level. There was that horrifying. I think Jeff was in this stream where it was a Goku. It was like a Dragon Ball fight, and it was horrifying.
Oh my god!
It was like scary.
Oh,
it was so long.
Can I give my opinion on
Dreams? Tell me what you got.
I'm someone that fucking loves Media Molecule. For those who don't know, Media Molecule is the studio behind Dreams.
Yeah.
They made Little Big Planet, like you said. And Little Big Planet used to be like my go-to games. Like I have probably 1,000 hours on that franchise. Okay. Like okay, I'm making a review. I even have a fucking girlfriend in that game.
Okay.
Like back in the days, it was actually something that was going. Like people in Little Planet was making levels, like fucking searching for girlfriends or boyfriends.
What the fuck?
They were actually making that shit. Like, there was an actual community doing that shit. Like people were so invested in that game. There was like masterpiece levels. Like it was a fucking amazing community. Like, everything was in that. I spent so many times in that fucking game, and then so. I was disappointed by Little Big Planet 3 because it didn't add much. I'd say even did things worse.
Oh yeah, I hated it. Those other characters.
So that kind of killed the hype for that franchise. Yeah. Because believe it or not, Little Big Planet was one of the biggest new franchises Sony had.
Oh, it was massive. I mean,
that shit was insanely popular. Yeah, so 3 kind of killed the hype, and then we didn't hear anything about that franchise for like fucking years.
Well, they didn't even make it.
Yeah, they just gave it to another studio. So when Media Molecule announced their next games, I always saw people was like, oh, what the fuck is that RC shit? I won't play that. I was in the back of my head, I was like, that could be amazing because I love that studio, you know?
Yeah.
So then I bought the fucking early access. The early access was actually like one of the worst things I've seen in my life. Like right now, you think the levels are garbage, you think they're clunky, you think the game like. Just imagine the early access when people didn't have half of the tools they have now.
Yeah, it's sad.
That was a miserable experience. And then when I bought the final game, the story mode was amazing, but it lasted like what 2 or 3 hours.
Oh yeah,
and
the
then
dreams.
I was left with like levels after levels after levels made by people. And then the thing, the thing that this game doesn't have, Little Big Planet has, and even games like I fucking don't like Mario Maker, but even Mario Maker has that origin. Is that when you play these games, when you play this level, you're having fun.
Yeah.
Because they have like they're not that open, they're closed. They have a core gameplay that stays the same.
Exactly.
People build game around that gameplay. They don't build gameplay.
Exactly. That's the biggest
and
thing.
You can't just tell average Joe to make a gameplay and expect it to be fun and do that. That's not things people are good at.
Yeah.
So when you have a game like Dreams, like you end up just trying level for 5 minutes and like, oh shit, that's crazy, and you leave the load because it's like a fucking exposition. You only it's a fucking window. You just click inside to see what's going on and you leave. You don't stay. You don't have fun. This game doesn't have a soul.
I would say the hardest part is like it takes so long. Like it actually takes so long to actually begin to make stuff. Compared to like Mario.
I see people in that game like making teams to create a level. Like they get a level made by a team of 10 people. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, because Pi, you were saying for Mario Maker, the difference is Mario Maker, everyone knows the Mario stuff. Like if you place a block, you know what a Mario block is. You place a Goomba, you know what a Goomba is. Like it's like the difference.
I truly believe though that Sony made this game to hire people, to find developers easily.
Probably.
That's like because like they probably lost a lot of money making this game, like millions and millions.
With years,
like a million. So I think, and also if they want like maybe like to give it a second chance, if you bought it with every PS5 for the first 2 years to come out, I mean that will give it like maybe some people will try it. You know?
This game will be free
what
eventually.
What I want Sony to do.
I think it'll be a PS Plus.
What I want Sony to do is that to include that game in every PS5. Just to make it something like PS Home.
Yeah.
We have that everyone can play. You let Major Molecule handle that game with like a small team, like updates and shit, and you put them on a fucking Little Big Planet remake.
Yeah. And
a remake we include the story from 1, 2, 3, and even a 4th story. If you put that fucking package of every Little Big Planet games in one remake with like better graphics, better everything, I swear to God that shit will blow up.
It'll sell.
That's a question though. What are their plans after this? Like, are they like planning to do?
That's what's scary is that they said. I mean, I think they're gonna have another game because they said they're gonna support this for the next 10 years. But I assume they are gonna have a game there. I hope. I hope
they stay open. I say they don't close before 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly,
did they even release the sell numbers for it? Like,
no, God, of course not.
It doesn't. Okay, to keep this man, it has like 440,000 players. That's players.
That's not even counting. Yeah.
So sales are probably 300,000.
Oh shit!
Yeah, really bad.
So
it's unfortunate, but it happens.
So like lifetime, you'll probably do like 500,000 sales. Like lifetime.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I pray for that team. Anyways, all right. So moving on to March. March was, I think, the first major month of the year where we got a lot of releases. So Johnny, you're first up here with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Remake of the first game.
Oh yes.
Months removed now. How do you feel about it?
I still love the game, but I think it's like my nostalgia.
Okay.
When they first released the game, like at $60, it was not worth it at all. I feel like it was like a $40 game.
Right.
Because it's just the same game, but easier. That's what pissed me off.
Right.
Because they watered down a lot of the elements in it. That like really, I was just like, do they really have to do that? And all that stuff. But I still love the game a lot. Like, it has a special place in my heart because I love the series. And I'm actually really glad it went over 1 million. Like, I'm actually surprised, too.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's Pokemon. Come on.
It's Pokemon.
It's like such a niche like series that no one actually like talks about.
Right.
So I'm happy that like since this did good, maybe they'll actually remake the other games for the DS.
Yeah, but if it sold 1 million, they're gonna do more with this Mystery Dungeon.
Because like I feel like Pokemon Explore the Sky, that's a $60 game if they remake it. But for this game, I say it was $40.
Yeah. Fair, all right. And one I played that no one else here did, well, really, I don't think anyone did, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I fucking loved this game. It was kind of like my first PC game, like with my new PC game that I played, that was like really stunning, and I was like, holy shit. Because this game to me, I think, months removed, it's like I still think about how heartwarming it was, how genius the level design was. I was like never frustrated here. I thought, again, music beautiful. The story is just so like for a world with no like characters talking or stuff. I mean, there's still like dialogue things that pop up on screen sometimes, but it's like it just feels like a beautiful kind of magical experience. And there's just like, I think it's special how it's able to combine Metroidvania, like amazing gameplay, amazing story, amazing platforming, good challenge, great puzzles, and I just really loved it. Again, the one thing I didn't like too much again was the side, that when they added side quests and stuff, I'm like, you don't need this in this game. It can stand on without that kind of stuff. But I really did love it. I think to this day it's still like one of my favorites of the bunch here. Then moving on, in March we had 2 big releases. One of them, I think this is like a big one for just kind of the world, how much it took over, is Animal Crossing New Horizons. I mean, this game, what's crazy about this is like this blew up in a way I haven't seen a game do in forever. Like I think like maybe since, obviously Pokemon Go's a free game, so it's way more people download it, but it's like I haven't seen a game people talk about like on a timeline or online like this, like I did for Animal Crossing, where you were just seeing memes every day, people hanging out on each other's islands. People that I know never play games bought a Switch for this game. You're hearing stories of mothers buying this game, parents, everybody, and obviously quarantine was a massive thing for this. And I know I really love this game, and I still play fairly consistently. But I want to know you guys here. So let's start with Jeff. How about you? How do you feel about Animal Crossing New Horizons a while off now?
I didn't care for it. I've never played Animal Crossing. I never took interest in it. So you guys were the one that convinced me to try it. And as soon as I played, I was like, yeah, that's kind of cozy. That's relaxing and shit. Like it's a fine game I can play like in between 2 games. And little did I know that I would be fucking obsessed with that shit for like an entire 2-3 weeks.
It was crazy.
But right now, I'm still playing, but it's clearly slowed down. I don't play it as much, but I still play it. And I didn't expect that game to take off like the entire fucking internet.
Yeah, that.
Like, I'm not sure if that said a lot because I'm in art school, so like most people in there are like nerds. But, like when that game came out, like right now I had like a presentation not too long ago. When I came to school, like half of my classmates were like with a Switch in the school.
Oh my God.
They were showing off their villagers. They were talking about that game with the Switch.
That's insane.
Like they were like gushing over all the that game it took the entire fucking planet.
It did, man. Because
that's kind of crazy.
It's crazy, man. Like the fact that it already blew lifetime sales of the series in like 6 weeks. The fact that it's just like even to this day, I still see Animal Crossing posts on my timeline. Obviously, it's nowhere near as much as it was in that first 2 months, but like I don't think I'll ever. Even like for me right now, it's
that
obviously
game was that game was consistently trending on Twitter for like an entire month.
Oh yeah, that was scary
every day.
Pi, what do you think? You only played it for 1 week, so how do you feel?
I went back last week though.
Okay,
to finish it and visit Sarah's island. So I did. I got the credits.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
Talk shit. No, but the week came out though. I was like because. Okay, so that week, I was supposed to. That week, like, they told me to work from home. I was gonna work from home. So there was like, because like it was a big transition, I didn't have a lot to do.
Right.
During that week, so I played this game a lot. Like it was like a downtime in work. It was like figuring out stuff to do. So I played like all day, almost every day. Like it was crazy. But I played insanely much the first week. And it's a very, very, very relaxing game. Like it's one of those games where. It doesn't matter how much you played in your life games. You can basically play like there's nothing like wrong with like,
exactly.
It's a game you can't do anything wrong technically.
Exactly.
So, that's why like anyone can play it. Because
exactly. That's
games,
why
like,
it has such a wide appeal. Like anyone can play it, literally.
Yeah, literally anyone can play it, and it's one of those games where, I mean, you just take your time to do whatever you want. Like there's no, you can make up your goals, you can pay off your debt if you want to, if you can, just do what you want basically.
Exactly. All right. Noah, are you here?
Yeah.
I know you didn't really vibe with it too much.
I mean, I played like 80 hours, but that was like the first 2 weeks, and I kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I just, it's like, okay, you know, I don't feel like I need to keep coming back. I did everything, you know.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Johnny, what about
you? I loved it. Like, ever since it came out, I've been playing it. But, like, as time went on, I stopped playing it, like, slowly.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I feel like this game is, like, because my supervisor, he was asking me, he talked to me about this game. He was like, oh, my wife wants to get it. Even though she has never played a game in her life.
It's crazy, yeah.
And she wanted to pick up the game because all of her coworkers were playing the game. So I feel like this game is like, no other game will ever do this.
At least in the recent future, at least, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this is like the first of its kind.
Yeah.
So Animal Crossing is like, it was already big before, but now it's just like, it's like, how many units is it? So like at 11
What, it was
million?
like, it was like 13.6 in 6 weeks, which is insane.
Yeah, like, I feel like no other game besides Call of Duty, no other game will like ever top that.
This year, at least.
Well, GTA 6.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's insane. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's like,
FIFA sells like 10 million.
Oh, FIFA, that's true.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, I mean, for me, like, I think out of everyone here, I was the most obsessed with it. It's just
Really? I don't know.
Fuck off. It's just for me, it's a game where I was like, I don't think it takes a certain game for me to start getting nerdy with it. And by nerdy with it, I always mean when I'm like looking up videos of how to do this certain thing, or like messaging, like the amount of times I was messaging people like, oh, could you help me try to get this? And, oh, do you want to trade this? Okay, I can give you this many bells if you get. It's like, or even I went on Nookazon to try to get like a certain piece of furniture. It's like, this game took me over, like, I really didn't expect it, because I knew I would love it because I love Animal Crossing, but it kind of took over me in a different way. Like, the way my island looks is something I could never picture myself have done, and it just looks really cool. I'm really proud of it, and no, again, even me, like, who's super into it, I've slowed down. Like, I'd say now, maybe I play max 2 to 3 hours a week, if that. And I just want them to announce the next batch of events, because right now, the last event we just have right now is the wedding event, and now we don't know what's next. So I think they're going to do another update video soon where it's like, all right, here's the rest of the summer events. But yeah, no, it's this game, super special. I think what this game has that benefit that not many games have, where I think we can all agree we'll never forget where we were in life when this came out, right? Like, we will never forget being in quarantine, being stuck home playing this game and we have especially us as a group, we have the benefit of, we have a lot of Twitter followers who we can interact with, visit their islands, have fun with. It's like, even like my streams of it was just like, it was a thing we can, I mean, unless there's another fucking pandemic, it's something we'll never be able to recreate, you know? That's how it was really magical. But on that same day, I feel like a game that got really shafted because of Animal Crossing was Doom Eternal.
Oh, yes.
It's crazy how
good.
Doom Eternal is a game, I think we can all agree we all enjoyed, but it's like, it feels like people just forgot it had come out. Like, it's funny because leading up to its release, there was all the artwork of Isabelle and Doom Guy. And then, like,
I mean, the Doom community on Twitter is still popping from.
Of course, yeah, exactly. But obviously, because of like, especially Ff7 Remake that came, like, it was sandwiched between Animal Crossing and Ff7. How do you guys? Because I know a lot of you guys liked it more than me. Johnny, you go first. How did you feel about Doom?
I loved it. It was like, even though I was playing like Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal, I wanted to play Doom Eternal so bad while I was playing Animal Crossing.
Right.
Yeah, you were. Because in college, you were talking about it all the time.
Exactly. Because like, this is my first Doom game, by the way. And,
shit.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, how fluid it is. How it's like, it basically is like a Mario shooter. It's like, that's crazy.
Hey, calm down.
Let's go, baby.
No, it is. It is.
Well, it's a platformer shooter. It really does feel like
but it's not Mario. Come on, stop. Don't say that.
The developer even says like a Mario shooter.
Yeah, they said it.
I can see it. I can see it.
The developer card. I mean, no, Jai, I'm with you there. It's like, I think what he means, like, the developer literally said this game is to them like if Nintendo made a first-person shooter, because This one you could tell they really, because Doom 2016, Doom 2016, ended up being super, ended up being super memed and everything.
Oh my god, I love meme.
Shut the fuck up.
I love meme eternal.
Meme 20, meme. Meme eternal. But again, they embraced the memes of 2016 and made Doom Guy like almost the memes of 2016. Shut the fuck up.
The meme guy.
Stop
oh,
it.
You mean the meme guy?
The meme guy. Oh, I mean, he is the meme guy. You go to his base and he's got like little dolls. You go on his computer, he's got files for fucking Daisy. Literally, you're going through levels and there's fire bars that you're like jumping through. You're swinging on sets. It's like there's trampolines almost. It's like it's super crazy. I felt like, I mean, obviously I'm not good at the game as we saw from various footage. But I still had fun with it. I think it was a lot of fun. This is the type of game where you sit down and say it's more Doom, but that's not a bad thing. Like I think it was fun for that reason. Noah, did you beat it? How'd you feel about it? Did you?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I did. I liked it a lot. It's so much better than 16.
Oh yeah,
like, I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, 16's better." No, dude, just something about this game, how fluid it was just so good. It's the best FPS in memory that I've played in recent years.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it was really good.
Okay, Paya, you platinum did. How do you feel now?
I wish I almost didn't because the multiplayer is absolutely garbage. But single player wise, I played it actually on Nightmare the first time. And then I played it without dying on normal second time for a platinum. No, but I love it. Like it's one of those games where you have to use, like when you play on hard difficulties, you play differently from normal difficulty, obviously.
Right.
And you have to utilize like the jumping mechanics of slow motion and everything. It makes you appreciate like the gameplay way more, like how deep it actually goes.
Right.
An example can be, let's say, I said Devil May Cry, right? It's a fair comparison. Let's say someone plays Devil May Cry on easy. Would you trust that? And he reviews the game. Would you trust that reviewer as much as someone who plays it on hard or legend mode?
No, yeah, exactly.
Probably not, because like they have different opinions of the combat. So the combat really like were way better than the Doom,
right?
Because of the story, no one cares about the story. It's about soundtrack and gameplay. That's like Doom.
Yeah.
Soundtrack gameplay, and then platforming, obviously. But soundtrack and gameplay is the key. No, but I love it. It's definitely in my top 5. And I think it will easily be in my top 10 because there's just so many games coming this year.
Yeah.
First person Devil May Cry.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll expand.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Jeff?
So, it's the first person Devil May Cry, like gameplay wise. It's the best like gameplay first person game. What she means.
That's fair.
Devil May Cry, you can argue Devil May Cry as like the best.
I mean, it's all about like. It's not just it's all about being stylish, honestly.
Yeah.
Like all this animation, these glory kills, this weapon, they're not here to like be effective. They're here to be stylish. So I feel like this is exactly like Devil May Cry. The entire point is to do cool as shit while music is blasting in the background. So that's why I feel like this is like third person Devil May Cry, to be honest.
I almost wish they had a style meter. I feel like I would have wanted to perform better.
I'm sure there's a mod right now. There's a mod out that does.
Oh yeah. I would have actually felt encouraged to do better if I knew there was a style meter. All right, yes. So Doom, another big one in there. Then I'm going through Meme Eternal. Then here we go. At the end of March, Jeff and Johnny, we got Persona 5 Royal.
Yes,
why Jeff and Johnny?
Because you guys are best friends when it comes to this game.
Yes, sir.
This made you guys closer, I think. I think this game actually made you guys better friends, you know?
I guess.
In a way, yes.
You know, in some way. So, I'm at Sai's Palace, the Casino Palace. So I'm putting it on hold until I beat Xenoblade. I'm loving my time with it. Again, I know it's for me because I know Jeff played it last year. So for him, I'd say a lot of it feels more similar than it is. But for someone who beat it basically at launch in 2017, it's felt like so long that to me, like I'm having a great time with it. I love a lot of the quality of life improvements, like having baton pass right away, or being able to use your gun right away, or your confidants with Akechi. That's really cool. Or some of the new added elements in dungeons. You know, it's funny how looking back now, it's like I have more flaws with it than I thought. Like now, it's like now when I look back, I'm like, I never want to replay this game again, just because I never want to do Futaba's Palace again or the space station one. So I do think there's some flaws now looking back on it, but it's like the core cast to me is just so memorable, so lovable. Like I really do look forward the most to when they're going on vacation and hanging out, or when they're just all hanging out at Cafe Leblanc, or when they're just like dealing with their shit together as a group. And I've always just loved the idea of the plot because it takes place in modern day, right? Like having this website that is, I mean, it really feels like real life of like, if these people existed, like people criticizing their every move, right? Like people supporting them or shitting on them as soon as something goes wrong. It's like, it feels like super in tune with reality in some ways. So I've always really loved that. But for the most part, I love it so far. I know, Johnny, how do you feel? Because you beat it.
Okay, so basically from beginning to the end of the vanilla version, Persona 5, it's basically the same thing. They just added more catchy. They added what was it her name?
Kasumi.
Fuck, Kasumi and Hiroki.
Oh right, the counselor, yeah.
So, but semester 3, that's when it gets crazy with all 3 of them.
Right.
Like they're not just adding in for filler; they actually have like a main part in like the 3rd semester. And I feel like the 3rd semester is like every single like event, every single cutscene is done perfectly. Like I wish Persona 5 like vanilla version was like this. Like the way they put the music towards like the ending, all the fights in because like there's multiple fights.
Right.
And at the end, amazing. The ending is like this has to be one of my favorite, or personally the best ending on any JRPG.
I'm really curious.
I know like you guys, I know you guys are saying like Ff7 Remake was amazing, but I feel like this was on par with Ff7 Remake.
Right.
So I feel like that's why I can't wait for you guys to actually get to the end, because that shit was like amazing. Also the plot twist at the beginning of the semester, that's like you'll never expect it.
I'm just really curious to get to that stuff. Jeff,
Johnny.
Johnny.
You never see it coming, huh?
Man.
Like no, like
dude.
I hate it.
I was in Call of Duty, I was in Call of Duty, guys. Like I was freaking the fuck out. Like I had no idea like what was going on. But yeah,
Look at Jeff.
I'm so hyped for you guys to actually get to that part.
Well, Jeff, you're the least motivated to play it. How do you feel so far?
I'll get to it one day. I swear to God.
All right. Cool.
Same here. I have it. I have the collectors too.
Fair enough.
I say just get ready for like Kasumi.
It's fucking
like Kasumi and Miroki. Those are the 2 main people you gotta like look out for.
All right. Well, I mean, you brought up JRPGs, so let's talk about Ff7 Remake, right? This one's kind of the most. I feel like this is still very fresh in our minds. So let's say, I'll start this one for Ff7 Remake, right? I absolutely love this game. I think to this day, like that combat system is, I think, excellent. I think it's my favorite. I'd say it's my favorite JRPG combat system. It's so fun. It's so well designed. Game was gorgeous. I couldn't believe how it really just felt like they just like it. It never felt to me like I was playing part of FF7, the original. It just felt like I was playing a game, like a new game that just took that first world of and expanded and made its own unique thing, right? And the way they made you care about the world, the way it added new scenes and new elements, the way it really faithfully recreated a lot of scenes. Like I loved just going back to, because I had played it last year again on Switch, at least just the Midgar part, so I was actually happy about that. And just seeing the areas, I'm like, oh my god, this is like exactly kind of how it looks in a weird way. Obviously, it's way more updated, way better look, but it's like the same idea. And I was just so happy how they went 110% with everything, whether it was the Honeybee Inn stuff, whether it's fucking epic motorcycle battles, whether it's like the summons and the music. Everything about this game just felt really special, and that ending to this day still fucking blows my mind. I wish I could have finished my second playthrough, but I was Persona 5 Royal, took my time and stuff, but it really is to be just like a special game. I think, when I was on my second playthrough, there was some stuff where I'm like, okay, I never want to redo these side quests ever again, which you don't have to, which is good. So I'd say the side quests are like the weakest part of the game. But other than that, man, it's just a streamlined, it's just an amazing time. Like, I just loved everything about that. And even that game kind of was like a big talking point of the internet. And I'm kind of glad that when it came out, it ended up being more beloved than you thought. I know the ending was very divisive for people. I personally love it because I like seeing new things happen. I like seeing that, to me, at the end of the day, I'm here for a sick game. So if they gave me a fucking wild story and a sick game, I don't care what they do because I'm not a diehard fan of the original. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Let's go with Payo. How about you? How do you feel?
Yes.
You're the number one, I'd say, Ff7 Remake fan here.
Yes.
How do you
All right.
You hated the game when it was first announced? I'm just saying.
What? No, what the fuck?
Yeah, you did. I remember that. Me and Father were yelling at you because you were one of these people that thought that, that's not a
No.
I remember that very well, sir.
They came interview in
I
October.
remember that very well. I remember that very well.
Jeff, you remember very first.
You weren't even talking about that game because it was a Sony exclusive. And you were ashamed to
PlayStation fan.
PlayStation fans.
He was ashamed of it because it wasn't a full game. So he wasn't talking about that game. He was like ashamed to be excited and ashamed to not be excited. It was between the two. So me and Fadel, we repeat it over and over again. We repeat it over and over. It's a full game. It's a full game. It's a full-length game. I don't know. I need more info. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck you.
Don't act like you were a fan. Don't act like you were always a fan. Don't act like you were hyped. Don't. Don't act like you were always a fan. Don't act like you were always a fan. You were hating on that game. You were hating on that game.
Excuse me?
You were hating on that game.
Oh, sorry.
Ow.
That left me a kid because you can't.
Okay.
No. I'm the biggest fan of the
Oh shit! Okay. Okay.
Day fucking one. This man is shit. This man is a boomer.
Run the set, Johnny. Run the set, Johnny. Run the set, Johnny.
Just watch.
Run the set, Johnny.
Once that game gets announced on PC and Xbox, just watch how quiet I will be about it. You will never mention it again. Just like
You never.
Why don't you talk about Death Stranding? Why don't you talk about Death Stranding? Because it's a reason now? Is it why? Or because you never liked that game? You only liked it because it was exclusive? Shut the fuck up.
Personally, I think Ff7 Remake is a phenomenal game. I really enjoyed it.
Ff7 fan, auntie, I agree.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is game of the year for me so far. Still,
same.
I know. I kind of like Xenoblade, but like this is just on another level. Sorry, like I don't. I'm not.
It's not completely from the ground.
We'll just look. Let's face the fact. This is a revolutionary title. It's unlike anything that we've really ever seen in this industry, and Xenoblade is Xenoblade, and that's not to discredit it. It's still a phenomenal game, but Ff7 Remake is game of the year for me still.
I mean, the combat system is like so unique. Where like
it's so good, yeah. It's just the visuals, the character building, the cutscenes, voice acting, everything.
One thing I'll change about the combat is adding a jump button because I really want Cloud to actually
because
jump.
Payo is a liar.
The action sequence little thing where you would move towards it, that was weird.
No, because Payo is a liar because I remember when he had the game a week before, so he was like, the combat's like Devil May Cry where you can like fly in the air and you're doing air combos.
I was also saying you are the boss fight where you fight in the air.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, bro, you can barely hop in the air.
You can barely do that.
I said
it's like the best of Devil May Cry. It's better. Shut the fuck up.
It's like I said, it's Kingdom Hearts Devil May Cry in the JRPG.
Every time you're involved with that game, you have
to. I mean, Kingdom Hearts can jump though.
No, I say like it's a combination of like Kingdom Hearts, Devil May Cry, and the JRPG.
Ff7 and Payo, there's always a lie in the middle.
No.
But like, I feel like the part 2 needs to have a jump button. Like, it needs to have one.
The what?
Part 2.
A jump button. Like, yeah, part 2.
Yeah.
But
Well,
okay,
I'm so excited for PC for the Steam version of this. It's gonna be so good.
We know
dude.
what's not excited for that file.
Well, I already beat it 5 times. The fuck?
Yeah, no.
no,
you're
the
not
thing
excited
is,
to see how they
Pio,
go.
you know they do add versions to the PC version, right? Like with FF15, they added like a whole bunch of other features in.
I hope we get photo mode at least.
Yeah, photo mode. Well, so also since we're on the topic, so I hadn't played FF7. I just had never gotten around to it.
Right.
But I beat it after I played this,
Mhm.
and I 100% in that on Steam, and that was a nightmare, and I'm never doing that again.
Jesus.
But the I'm super excited to see where they go with this because after playing the original and kind of understanding the story of it, like it's gonna be they can go like I have an idea, but like of course we have no idea. I mean, Katase said in an interview that I love seeing these theories, keep speculating or something like that. Like it's just they're just toying with us at this point. I'm excited though.
One thing I hope they don't do is pull a Kingdom Hearts and like they give us too many questions for them to answer.
Right.
Yeah,
That would really bother me.
I really honestly, because I mean I feel like it's okay to relatively reference it because it's been 2 months. I don't think I think they're gonna events are still gonna happen, but like just not in the same order.
Also, I think we can fully agree that I already won the bet against Jeff and Johnny, where there's no way in human hell this game comes out 2021, the sequel.
Yeah, no.
Especially with all the interviews and everything.
Oh my god, that was the dumbest
I will be
thing.
waiting for my deluxe edition copy once that's...
I said 2022, so...
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, Jeff and Pi,
Hey,
you guys
know
are
what is
fighting.
coming in? You know what is coming in 2021 to hold us over? The PC version.
That's true. That is true. So Jeff and Pi, since you guys are... Let's go, I guess, since Jeff beat Pio at this argument, Jeff, you can go first.
What do you mean?
How do you feel about Ff7 Remake?
I felt like that game was amazing. I felt like this game like is beloved now. Like I don't see many people that hate on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this year this game is gonna be like even more loved in the future because it does. People said that it's like false advertisement.
Right.
In reality, I think it's like just Nomura and like the team playing with like our expectation like Kojima did on Metal Gear Solid 2. Because you can make the argument that Metal Gear Solid 2 is fast advertisement too, because like when you look at the cover, you think you play as Snake.
Yeah, exactly.
When in fact you play as Raiden. Kojima wanted to surprise us, you know. And I feel like what happened with this game is the exact same shit because when the games begin,
are you kidding me? You just spoiled me.
When the games begin, you like it's super faithful. Like the same shit when you jump off the train and then you get like all the Avalanche team that kicks the soldier. Like it's the exact same shit. So you expect the game to be like a faithful remake, and then the more you dive into the story, and the more like it diverges, you know.
Right.
So I feel like this is actually masterfully done. And in the future, when like the hype will die down and people will be like, oh, they already know like what's going on. They won't be like angry or shit. I feel like this is where this game really gonna shine.
Wow. Okay, Paya, you played it 5 times.
Yes. All right. So I played. I mean, I played way more than I just played it because, like, you know, when you play the game and you don't know what wrong because like anything you play is gonna feel less.
Yeah, exactly.
So I played it so many times until like not to get secret until I was like satisfied, basically. But like okay. So the first playthrough I did, you appreciate the combat, you appreciate everything in the story. But the second one I did on hard. Actually, the second one was also the third time I was on hard. That's actually when I really started because like the enemies do things, especially the bosses have new attacks and stuff.
Right.
Really appreciate the details of the gameplay and how really good it is. For example, like specific animations for specific attacks, and especially like the pairing. I don't see a lot of people do pairings for some reason, but like especially like the pairing element you have and the pairing like the role playing you do. There are different animations to that, and they're like the way the attacks after the parry is so different from depending on the attack the enemy does. You just notice those things because you're playing so much that you notice them eventually, right? But I feel like this is one of those games where like it's like when you know that guy on Twitter who does the slow motion gifs. Yeah, that's like when it really shines, especially like when let's say a sword like it drags on an enemy. You can see like
Oh, I mean, this game is like particle effect heaven. Like all the sparks that come out of like weapons or attacks and everything. It's like fucking beautiful.
Like the models, I mean, I know there's like some texture issues and some background issues, but like just like the characters models, they are so detailed.
Yeah.
I just want a full mode back because like you want to zoom in on the hair, on the eyes, like the blink, like the pupil in the eye that can change depending on the sun. Like if the sun is up, it's like it gets smaller and less. It's just like details like that are so like it's not necessary, but you appreciate them when you notice them. Basically.
And like one thing, what's it called? One thing, it's not the game's fault. It's like a side thing. It's like a little minor issue. I wish there was like a hard and an extreme mode because hard mode feels like extreme mode because like I feel like hard.
No. I disagree.
No, I disagree with you because think about it, bro. A hard mode should just be that the enemies have like new unique animations that they're difficult. Having that plus not being able to have potions plus you don't heal after a fight. That's like. That's
critical mode.
That's like critical, exactly. It's like I feel like
you can heal with the MP. It's easy.
No, not. But you can't. But you don't keep your MP like until you get to a bench, and even then, benches don't heal MP.
Yeah, but you can hit boxes to get MP.
Listen,
in the
all
map.
I'm saying is, I think it could have been separated just so that replaying it you at least feel.
I want a harder mode than hard. I want like extreme mode.
There's no. It's already that is extreme mode. Okay, not everyone's like you and has a million platinums is good and is incredible at every game, all right?
Yeah, but it's not that. It's like once you get hard game, understand it's not that hard as you think.
It's hard. Anyways, I'm moving on.
It is hard one.
Now, next one. This is a Jeff one. I mean, I think we actually know most of those players, but I'd give Jeff the expert pass on this. Resident Evil 3 remake.
Ooh.
Jeff 2 months removed. I know. I'm just saying I want to start with him because he's the expert on Resident Evil.
Yeah, he loves Resident Evil most. Yeah.
So Jeff, 2 months removed now. How do you still feel about RE3 remake?
I still have the same opinion on that game. Like I feel like for a Resident Evil fan, it's good. Like it's a good like how do we call it? The shit you eat before you actually eat.
Appetizer.
It's a good appetizer for us. Like it's not like it's probably the Resident Evil game with the less content I've ever seen.
Okay.
And like I still like I'm gonna repeat what I thought about it because like it's been months and I don't expect anyone to remember. But basically, it takes everything two makes good and it deletes them. Like there's nothing scary about Nemesis when like the entire game is supposed to revolve around Nemesis.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like this is his game, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That was actually the title. You know? And then in the remake, Nemesis is scripted. That means like it comes at certain part of the stories. It doesn't come like when you expect him to come because you know like there's a cutscene and there's some shit. And then when you get past him, you don't even have to worry. He won't come back because it's all scripted. He won't chase you around. He's not roaming around the city like in Resident Evil 2. Like when you skip him, it's over. It's like there's so like you're never scared of Nemesis. That's a big bad thing to me.
Right.
And two, why do I speak like a British person?
And two,
they removed my favorite part of the game, which was the clock tower. And it's fine because in Resident Evil 2 Remake, they also removed a part of the game I liked, but they replaced with something else. So I'm good. But in this game, they didn't replace it with anything else. They just removed that part because they didn't want to make an entire clock tower level, I guess.
Oof.
That was kind of disappointing as well. And then, my biggest complaint now that I think about it is the gameplay.
Oh, really?
Because the gameplay is, it's straight up from Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was a survival horror game. Like every shot you took in that game counted.
Right, yeah.
Or in that game, it's more of an action game. So you take like these bullet sponges zombies that walks like that doesn't have a good reaction mechanic. Like they don't even react to you. They just walk around, I guess. And then you put like a big number and then like an action game. You have the same gameplay. It feels spongy. It feels irresponsive.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't work that well.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I mean, for me as someone who's like is newer to the series, it's like I feel like I specifically love this game because of the way I played it. Right? Like I think I personally will I'll never forget it. Like I don't even know how you like because you just played that game once and you moved on, right? Yeah.
So you don't feel like you've been robbed because it's only like 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. No, well,
You don't feel robbed.
I personally don't, because again, I'm someone like we talked when we did that episode about what a game's worth it for us. I said the experience matters, and to me, like the fact that we have that whole video archive on YouTube of me playing all of RE3 in one go, you scaring me, enemies scaring me on the go. If anything,
When I play a game, I play Resident Evil game like multiple times. I will play them until I unlock like Infinite Rocket Launcher and that type of shit. I love that shit. So for me, it's okay. I don't care. But for people like you who only play it once, I can't recommend that.
I'd say maybe Johnny would be that problem, right? Because Johnny, for example, you didn't stream it or anything. John, how do you you paid full price for it? How do you feel about that?
No, I actually paid I think 45.
Oh, okay.
Like a discount.
Yeah, I think it's too much.
Yeah, personally, I think that game's like a $30 game.
Yeah. And they try to justify that by adding a multiplayer mode, and that was actually garbage. I played 2 matches, immediately uninstalled for my Steam account.
I don't know why they did that.
When I said uninstall for my Steam account, I didn't say uninstall. I said delete it. Like, it doesn't even appear in my library. I don't ever want to look at that shit again.
Yeah, I played one match. It was horrible. I don't mind.
Because right after, I'm actually late to the RE series. Remake 2 is like my first RE game.
Yeah.
So after playing that, I was like, oh shit, I actually really like this game. Then we played 3. And then when I played 3, it was just like, it was better in some aspects, but I feel like it was way too short. Like I think it being like 2 hours.
Like I said, 3 is an appetizer. It's an appetizer to make us wait for 8, which come up next year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's clearly that's just an appetizer, just like to milk money. Because like nobody was really asking for a Resident Evil 3. Like it's not even considered one of the best. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember that.
It clearly they didn't know what to do between like this 1 year break between this and 8. So they just like fucking put that. It wasn't even made by the same team that made 2. That's a crazy part.
Yeah, exactly. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still enjoyed it, but I feel like it was like
I enjoyed it. Like
boring.
It's more Resident Evil. I like it, but like it's not up to the standard we always finding Resident Evil games.
Yeah. I think the way
polished.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't the original like that too? Like 3 was inferior to 2. Yeah, like the originals.
Yeah, but back then
basically 3 they used all the assets from 2 to make 3.
Yeah,
because it was also that back in the day that 3 was supposed to be an appetizer to make people wait for 4,
Right, yeah, exactly.
So I find that funny that the exact same shit happened today again. Like they would never do 3 justice. It's in 2 times that they never did that game justice. like what the fuck is wrong with them?
Exactly. And for me again, it's just that thing of like I loved it for the way I had the experience. I think it was just like a great time. I love how cheesy Carlos was. I love how cheesy and fun it felt more of an action movie, whereas RE2 to me, I think RE2 Remake to me was the most stressed I'd ever been playing a game. I'll never forget in my room.
You better play 7.
I'm scared. Yeah, like RE2, I was so stressed out. Like I literally, like when I would get to a safe point, I was like, I need to stop for tonight. I'm gonna have a panic attack. I need to stop. Whereas even on stream,
you know what game should I try?
What?
Devil Within 2.
I played the
he needs to play. He needs to play
RE7. Fidel, you should play Outlast.
I played it with friends. It's horrifying. Yeah.
Okay, you should play Alien Isolation.
Yes.
I can't wait for Fidel to play RE8 because
RE7.
Jeff can't help him because there's gonna be no guides.
He can help because he'll play it probably way faster than me. But yeah, but either way, I loved RE3. But yeah, I understand the arguments that it feels like last year RE2 kind of took over the conversation, whereas this one did not.
Nope.
So let's move on here. Then another game that came out at the end of April that I actually really adored, and I think Johnny loved it too. Streets of Rage 4.
Oh yes.
This game.
Yeah, it was just a phenomenal title.
What the fuck, Noah? Motherfucker, play the game. But yeah, no. Streets of Rage 4 was a game that I was really surprised with because I actually really like the old Streets of Rage games, and this one it was announced I'd say last summer, and I remember just looking at the art style and being like, this looks sick. And we got some trails here and there. And now it came out, and I was in love with it. I think this game, for what it's trying to do, it was like I think $25 maybe. I adored every minute of it. I think it's actually to me the soundtrack. I love it more than even Ff7 remakes. Like the soundtrack is insane. The levels are so fun. The gameplay is just so simple, but there's depth to it. Like it really is like you have your light punch, you have a kick, you have like an air hit, you have a special that you can use. And what was amazing was, okay, I played it on stream once with a bunch of friends, and then I replayed it with Johnny. And Johnny and I were doing multiple playthroughs of it. And trying to get good at that game felt so special because we went from getting like C and D ranks in levels to starting to get B and A because like you're starting to not get hit by enemies, not use your specials because you're trying to build your score at the end. And everything about the game looks beautiful. The enemy design's really cool. It's all about like patience and learning. It's just I think it's actually really one of my favorites this year. I really loved it, and I can't say enough good stuff about it.
Exactly.
It's one of those games I missed. Yeah, I missed this game, Neo 2, and Ori. And Persona 5 as well. Those 4 games I will play later.
Right. Giant, how about you? Since you played it with me.
I'd say it's this is my first Streets of Rage game. It was like, and I feel like after playing this game, I wanted more.
Oh yeah.
I wanted like when's the sequel? When's the next one?
Yeah,
like,
I think they said that we're gonna get some DLC, so I hope.
But like, even though the game was like 2 hours long, it felt like I could play this game over and over again.
Yeah,
like trying out new characters, unlocking the pixel retro
versions.
ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool.
Like this game is like I will buy this game for like $40. Even though it's 25, I'll buy it for 40 easily.
I agree. The music alone to me was just like god tier. Like I could not believe how good that soundtrack is. Yeah, I really love it. I think I've tried to convince Jeff to play it, and he'll do it at some point. I'll make him.
Will I?
You will. I'll make you do it. Anyways, so moving on to May, which is one of our most rooms. There wasn't too much in May. I'm scrolling over here. What am I? What? Was that the only game in May? I'm trying to look before that. I'm looking on this list. Wonderful 101 remastered. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but you guys got to. So let's start with Johnny. How about you?
So at first, when I first played it, I had my controllers fucked up.
Right.
So it was like a disaster for me, like because like I was using way more of my of my heroes than I had to. But after fixing the controls, like the controls are phenomenal. After fixing it, like the humor in that game is amazing. I love it. And like even though the story is kind of cheesy, like I love that, and also the game is like anime as fuck at the end.
Right.
Like a big ass mech fighting the aliens and all that. Like that was insane. I fucking love this game.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to start it because I didn't want to start and not finish. I want to just do it when I can. Jeff, how about you? I think this is your first time, right, playing it? Is Jeff here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, this is your first time playing it, right?
Yeah.
How is your perspective on Wonderful 101?
I have many thoughts.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it because I think you weren't here the week where we talked about. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I don't think so. So where do I start? First of all, like when I start, I just say how I felt while I was playing the game, like throughout the entire game. When I started, I was like, oh shit, that's cool as shit. That's like very Platinum gamey. So that's stylish. It's like fucking energetic. It's charming, funny. I was like, yeah, I'm joining. And then the game dragged on and dragged, and it dragged it for no reason. It was so long for no reason, and you did the same shit. Well, I felt like I reached the part where I was just looking forward to the boss fight because this is where the game shined when they were boss fight.
Right.
So I was just looking for the boss fight to refill my desire to play that game, and then so I can put up with like all this fucking gameplay segment with just like do puzzles and wake around and fight mobs. That shit was so dragged out, you know.
Right.
So I ended up really liking that game at the end. I feel like this is a great change of pace for Platinum games, but I wish they would just stick to what they're good at.
Okay.
Because no one does games like Platinum games does. I mean, there's Capcom in Devil May Cry, but there's like one Devil May Cry every 10 years.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really does games like Platinum game does. So like to see them just don't do that game anymore and try new stuff they're not really good at, it just feels like a waste to me.
But do you think they could just do a better sequel?
I think they can, yeah, but
I think they
I feel
will.
like they mastered that craft of like the fucking action game combat so much that I just want them to keep going at it and perfect it even more.
Right.
Like I don't want them to shift away and do shit that they're not good at and waste that potential away. Like, if it's not for action game, like where can you find that combat right now?
Yeah, nowhere. Not like that. They've got it down the over the top style and everything. Yeah, that's their jam. That's their thing. It's like
That's basically the dinosaur. The last one from that species of combat.
Jesus. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they keep it alive basically.
The thing is, like, I feel like with Wonderful 101's like gameplay, it works for the Wii U, like only for the Wii U because of the gamepad. Anywhere else is just like I don't like. But with the thumbstick, it works, but it's not comfortable doing because like it's annoying how to do like the hammer, that's annoying, or the bomb.
Right.
Like those things are annoying to like actually do with the joystick.
Fair enough. No, how about you? How'd you feel about it?
It was good. It's my first time playing it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like, I kind of agree with Jeff though that they should stick with what they're, doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'll get to it at some point, and then I think then we're caught up. Yeah. Then it's just the stuff we're playing now, like Xenoblade and what's it called, and Clubhouse. So yeah, that's it for these.
You forgot one game.
Which one?
Yo, Minecraft
Dungeons! Let's go, Johnny! Johnny, one week later, how do you feel about Minecraft
Honestly,
Dungeons?
I'm actually waiting for the expansion.
I hate you so much.
Once the expansion comes out, it's gonna be free, by the way. I'm gonna play it.
So annoying. You're actually...
Look, it's free on Game Pass, so anyone who has a PC or Xbox One, just try out the game.
Fair enough. All right.
And I said, like, the game will be way better if you have friends playing with you.
Yeah, well, good thing you don't have friends that don't want to play with you. But yeah,
for now, talking about Minecraft Dungeon, Minecraft Dungeon is like #1 on the eShop right now.
Stop it.
So it's a Nintendo game.
Stop it, Johnny. All right, we're done with this conversation. All right, so yeah, we kind of last week did the thing where we talked about the rest of the games coming this year. We're not going to do that. But, all right, so round table. I want everyone here to give their 3, you can order them or not, right? Your 3 favorite games of this year, all right? So we'll go round table. So we'll go from the icon. So we'll go from me to Jeff. So I'll start first. So I would say my top 3 right now. I'm going to say number 1, Animal Crossing. Number 2, Ff7 Remake. And number 3, Streets of Rage 4. Johnny, your turn. You don't have to order them if you don't want. You could just do 3. But
my top 3, Xenoblade Chronicles right now. Ff7 Remake. And Persona 5 Royal.
Okay. Noah, top 3. Ff7, Xenoblade.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Ff7 Xenoblade and then probably Doom.
Okay, fair enough. Pio?
Well, Ff7 is by far number 1.
Okay.
So far, easily Xenoblade number 2. And here's where, no matter what, it will change. But because I haven't played Neo, Persona, and Ori, which I think either of those games could be number 3. So I can say just toss up between Animal Crossing and Doom because it came on the same day.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Jeff, your 3?
Days Gone.
Hey, so Days Gone jumped back to the UK charts last week, huh?
Stop it.
Probably could do like $2.
Let's go! La la la!
Anyways, number 3, Man Eater.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Number. Yeah, what?
Man Eater. Yes.
Number 2. What?
The review.
He did. We inserted his review last week. Remember?
Yeah, but
I did last week.
Yeah, remember we put in your review. I think it was like we.
Oh yeah, we put like the audio.
Wait. You said Doom was one of the best FPS games.
Well, Maneater is the best shark game he's ever played.
I had more. Yeah, it's the best shark game.
Wait, you roasted a game. You give it like a 7. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I give it an 8.
He loves it more over time, you know.
No, bro. See, if I give that game an 8, that's like me seeing like the game like bonus and everything and like making.
Well, because in the review you gave it 7 sharks out of 10 sharks.
Yeah, like, bro. I'm giving like an objective review.
Exactly.
But for me personally, that game I wanted a game like that for like years.
Fucking go, man. All right, that was number 3.
It was fun as shit, and Bio just not good. It's not a Sony game.
Facts.
Number 2, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.
Now,
Number 1, Final Fantasy Ff7 Remake.
Let's fucking go, boys and girls. There we go. All right, well, those are our top 3.
Shark game is top 3. What the fuck?
What's wrong with sharks, eh? What's wrong with sharks?
Goodbye.
You know what, Bio?
Let's go.
I don't even like God of War. Let's go.
Okay! You say he doesn't even like God of War.
I never like God of War, actually. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. What do you have to say?
Hold on. I can put your tweet.
I gave God of War a 6 out of 10. Let's go. What do you have to say?
I was sending the fanboys. I was sending the fanboys. I think it's time to
I don't
end.
remember giving it a 10. I don't remember.
We're about to get some clashes here at the end, you know.
Okay, here's the thing.
What's up, Johnny?
God of War is like a phenomenal game. I actually enjoyed it.
Okay.
I'm actually hyped for the sequel.
What, bro? Okay, but why did you say it like that?
Yeah, why did
you say it like that?
God of War, I actually enjoyed it.
Because, but here's the thing. You play as an old man, which all PlayStation fans are old people. So
That
I think
is
that's
true.
what people like it more.
You play as Pio, traversing through the forest, testing your string.
You don't play shit. You just have all your shit.
Whoa!
He's mad.
Whoa!
Bio, how do you feel about Days Gone being forgotten by Sony? Why they don't talk about it?
Yeah.
It's Fire Emblem.
Huh?
Yeah, Fire Emblem actually won Game of the Year according to the fans.
No,
Fire Emblem sold more than Days Gone too. That's amazing.
No,
for
no,
RPG.
no.
Yeah, what's your proof?
No,
What's your proof?
Jeff,
What's your proof?
Jeff.
You already have the conversation. What's your
I'm
proof?
sorry, Jeff. You forget. You forget that Days Gone sold 12 million copies.
What's your proof, Io? Remember when you fucking put that website with like supposedly real Sesame and I put you onto a quote from your website?
Get fucked.
No. You refer to the review because you use a website, you use a fake website to prove a point about sales. And then let me talk. That website you use the number, right? Okay, 100% right. 100% right. I agree with you. You use the number from the website, okay? And then I put a quote from the website owner that says never use my number as like
make it clear that it's not sales. Players not
and then
sales.
when I sent you that, guess what you did? You blocked me. You blocked me because you late. You blocked me when I sent you that. You blocked me because you are shame. You
use those players as sales numbers.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Huh? You spread misinformation. And when I told you that, I think you blocked me.
I always say it's player base. I didn't say it's sales.
No, you make like. Look,
Oh my god.
you even said to yourself, like, oh, player base means sales. You said yourself.
No. I said
remember you
don't.
say no.
Oh, okay,
Don't ever try to say that. He was like, oh, Ff7 Remake, how many players? Oh, that many sales. Don't even try to come back on your words.
I compared it to the sales and the player base.
You're making up sales from that website.
You're defeated. Stop, you're defeated. Nobody
No,
likes you.
I won.
No, even the websites against you.
Thank you all for watching this week's episode of the Gamescage podcast. Make sure to subscribe for more content. Like the video.
How the fuck you gonna call the website owner?
Share it with your friends.
How the fuck you gonna call the website owner? And the website
Stay
owner said don't do
safe.
that shit. How the fuck you gonna be more
Black
right
Lives
than him?
Matter.
I never showed the same thing.
No,
What's the best suck? I'm sure it suck. Days Gone suck. PlayStation sucks.
Wow, what a hater.
Yeah, facts. I am PlayStation. Facts.
What a
Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Peace. Goodbye.